Hey, it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk. We are here on Pilsen. I'm in my Tier 8 Swedish Emil 1 heavy tank. It is an autoloader, pretty good tank. So we're going to talk about a couple things. You can see that I am bottom tier in this Tier 10 battle, although there are quite a few 8s out there for me to shoot at. We're going to talk about being bottom tier. We'll discuss that a bit. We're going to talk about being a support tank. And we're going to call this one support tank, tank or tactic. Support tank, tank or tactic. And what do I mean by that? A lot of people will discuss their tank as saying this is a support tank. It's a second line tank. Well, it's my contention that there is no such thing. Being a support tank is a tactic. It's not a type of tank. And one of the places being a support tank where it's quite effective is when you're bottom tier trying to figure out how you can help out, such as this battle where I am bottom tier in a Tier 10 battle. And we'll discuss a little bit about autoloaders. So we'll get going here. I am moving into the factories down on the west side of Pilsen. And right now I'm not being very support, am I? I'm getting out in front. Okay, so that's the thing. You say, well, I'm a support tank. Maybe I'll just hang out behind everybody else. It's a tactic, and I will swing to that tactic. But right now I'm attempting to get up front where I can get some free shots without taking any damage. So initial positioning is always important, even as a support tank. This is a pretty common spot right here. I've got a really nice turret. Do a little bit of side scraping here to see what's going on. And now I'm loaded. Now I'm loaded and waiting for something to happen. Now I get spotted, so I'm actually going to creep forward. Holy cow, look at that. I got spotted. I actually missed him coming across there because I wasn't zoomed out enough. And it took me a little bit to figure that out. Now I'm a support tank, but I see an opportunity. So I'm going to swing here to get out in front. And this guy's been very foolish, so we're going to punish him for this. And he dies. And look at this. Now we've got a CDC coming out. And again, I'm not sitting behind my tanks. I see an opportunity, so I'm going to swing forward here. Take this guy out. It looks like he's gone AFK or something. So that's free damage. Actually was turning his turret there. Let's talk a little bit about autoloaders now. You see that I had one shell, but I'm going to go ahead and press C, which will force a reload. I might as well have an entire clip. And because I am swinging to the support role, look, I've got my tanks out in front. So let's go ahead and clip out while they're up front and take in position and reload. You'll also notice that after I force the reload of my gold rounds, I push the number 1. You can see it flashing down there. That means that the next time I reload, it will automatically go to my regular AP. Why did I do that? Because if I don't, you'll notice that I'll have one shell left of the APCR and it will immediately start reloading that one shell, and that is not what I want. I want a full clip. So that's the danger, just, of course, pushing through here, support tank. These guys have their attention, and now I'm just going to come in here and use my autoloader capabilities and start working on this guy, supporting the two heavies that pushed in. Of course, I get slapped right there. I need to back up. He's dead. Now I'm working on the Conqueror. So I have come in here with the heavies that pushed, and now I'm being a nuisance around the edges of the battle. I'm looking for places such as this where someone's not looking at me and I can come in here and take shots and not take heavy hits from their bigger tanks. Now we obviously are swarming down here. So I got up front earlier, took some shots, pulled back, reloaded the autoloader, made sure that I went to the AP because I was going to have only one APCR left, and then I supported them as they came in. Holy cow, don't shoot me. He ends up dying. I was actually going to try to wedge myself in there so he couldn't shoot me. And now I am reloading my next clip. We're looking for the artillery. There's actually one over in the corner. There he is. You will notice that this Emil's turret turns quite slow, so a lot of times I'll be moving my hull and my turret at the same time. Now they are approaching our cap over there, so I am abandoning the support tank role. I am no longer following the blob that is going after their cap. I'm going to cut across here because I feel like we're going to need some resets, and I'm going to need to start taking care of business over here at our cap. The good news is they appear to be happy not to jump on, content not to jump on our cap, which could have caused us some serious trouble. They are pushing down into the artillery, so I've got an opportunity to take some guys on the side here. I'll shoot him. And I don't stick out anymore because he's managed to get his front armor around to me, and there's no reason to start poking at him and take a big HE shot or even an AP shot. I've got a good turret there, but unfortunately I've got to bring some of my hull out into the open. He backs up, I look for the shot, but he's gone, and now I'm going to come across here. And really this is cleanup on aisle 2, as I've said many times before. I am being a little over aggressive pushing in here, but it looks like I'm going to be able to get some shots on guys that are very busy otherwise. I'm going to bounce or actually miss this, so I got to make this last one count. He's trying to block my shot with his turret, but I'll get into that top hatch, and now I've got to get away from this scout. Now I will tell you something with autoloaders. I'm going to pause it right here. If he's been counting my shots, I would be in trouble. He'd probably just dive in there and start tearing me up. But if he's come to the battle, to this little scrum right here late, he might not know if I have a shot left or not. So I'm going to back up and defend myself behind this carcass, but I'm also going to stick around and not just plain old run away, to kind of give him the idea in his mind that maybe I still have some shots. And of course he is obviously worried about these other tanks coming around as well. So I'm able to keep him from jumping in on me. Show you what I'm doing with my camera. So again, going for the reload, just chasing down, looking for some extra hit points right there. This guy's going to die pretty quickly. So he swings over here and comes after our WZ. One more shot of damage, and that's it. So 3,000 points of damage, 3 kills as a bottom tier in the Emil 1 on Pilsen. Initially taking a forward position, swinging to more of a support role, taking care of myself while I am reloading interclip between the clips, and then towards the end of the battle when it's cleanup time, pushing forward once again and just going out and looking for some hit points. Not too worried if I'm going to take some hits myself. You can see then being a support tank is a tactic. It's not a type of tank. The autoloaders excel at the support role. If you're careful with them, they can do some pretty good work. And as always, you can be effective as a bottom tier tank if you are careful. I hope this helps.